We shall continue with the chapter Administrative Structures, Policies and Impact of the British Rule. In this episode, we shall discuss the organization of civil service, the administration of justice, and the growing control of British government. First of all, let us start with the organization of civil service. It was undertaken basically due to the failure of the East India Company factors or the officials in providing a stable and good governance. Lord Cornwallis played a very important role in this phase. He not only founded the civil service, but because of his contribution towards its professionalization, he was called the father of civil services. He banned accepting gifts by the civil servants. He ensured that the pay packages or salaries for the civil servants was of the highest order, and it is also observed that they were highest in the world during those days. The East India Company directors retained their power of appointment and removal through nominations till 1854. Thereon, the Macaulay Committee report, which vouched for merit system, was followed post 1854. Indians were employed only in jobs below £500. Fort St. William was built at Calcutta for training purposes of the civil servants who were newly recruited, but thereon it was shifted to Haileybury at England, and it was known as the East India College. The district was the basic unit of administration, and the district collector was in charge of the district. Now we shall discuss the administration of justice. Prior to the arrival of the Europeans, in particular the British, Indians followed their traditional laws, customs, scriptures in areas of marriage, inheritance, and the like. The 1781 a law was passed wherein it was said that the English law would apply only to the Englishmen. The 1793 Bengal regulation is a very important regulation wherein the Hindu and the Muslim personal laws were accommodated together for the very first time. They were printed and published in English and other Indian languages. This Bengal regulation, it marked the foundation for the administration of justice based on written laws and regulations. In 1833, the Law Commission was set up to codify the Indian laws and court procedures. In the same year, district courts were also set up. With the establishment of the rule of law, the new sovereign began to be addressed as the Company Bahadur. It was observed that the Britons in India who were tried only by British laws, they were tried in separate courts exclusively for themselves. Now we shall move on to the growing control of the British government. In 1813, the East India Company lost its trading monopoly in India, and thereon it was open to all the Britishers. The Charter Act was passed in 1833, wherein the East India Company lost the trading monopoly in China. They had lost it in India in 1813, and they did lose it in China in 1833. The East India Company was asked to wind up its commercial activities in India. The Governor General in Council was given full authority over the civil and military affairs of the British territories in India. There was complete centralization wherein all the authority and powers was vested in the Governor General in Council, and a statement was made in this Charter Act which said no Indians could be debarred from holding employment under East India Company. But as we all know, the irony of this statement is best reflected in the admittance of the British administrators themselves, wherein they admitted that there is perhaps no example of any conquest in which the natives have been so completely excluded from all share of the government of their country as in British India. Now what this means is the natives were so completely excluded from employment in their government from within their own country, and the Britishers who came from Britain, they occupied majority of the higher posts. With this we end this session. Thank you.